Hey guys, daskro again. I'm going to watch the second round of this 8v8 Pubstars tournament. This is a match that's on Bazaar featuring uh, players on each of the team that are known YouTube directors, particularly within the Battlefield world. So Team A has Level Cap Gaming, Rival X Factor, Team Tactics, DCRU Colin, Epwna, Nick Bunyan, the Squirrel Nuts, and Team B, which is the team that I'm on, has Diego Rod, Fhlorpe, Amivit, Jack Frags, Wintergore, Mongol FPS, Epwna, and myself. And you can check out all their YouTube pages in the description below. So, starting the match, we won the first round, but by 30 tickets. Oh no, Diego just got run over. That's not good. Always look both ways because the vehicle has a lot less maneuverability than you do as an infantry guy. So I'm running two repair guys with Epwna and Fhlorpe. We see this APC, the moment that we see the APC, Fhlorpe and Epwna jump out, they get their RPG-7s or SMAs out, and they lob rockets at it. And with me with my ATGM, and them shooting the rockets, and then my primary gun, I'm going to do a ton of damage to that APC very quickly. And quickly is the most important word here, because the more time that it takes for you to do damage is the more time that their repair guys can repair and bring back their health. So we don't want to do that. We want to maximize the amount of damage in the shortest period of time. So we kill the repair guy, we kill that APC, they're repairing me, and then we're going to jump out on C. Now, we got A. Our B push guys didn't push B nearly as much. Now, we're not at an advantage on B. Since I'm running two repair guys, we only have 5 guys pushing on B. Whereas Team A only has 1 repair guy, which means they have 6 guys pushing on B. So we do not have the superiority when it comes to quantity on that B push. So it's okay that we don't get it. It's not good, but it's not great. But that's the challenge of choosing the mix you want to do. So we get the C point. We have all 3 points now because B team panics and moves some of their guys. A team panics rather, moves some of their guys back to C, and I go down. And you'll notice that because Matimo is the guy who actually kills me, and he was one of the infantry guys that was on the B point most of the time. So I spawn back in, I get a cool kill, get another cool kill, hopefully. Oh, yes, that's good. That was more of a spray and pray, but hey, that's okay. Spray and praying is important because with the new patch, Suppression does such a huge impact on your enemy's accuracy. And for those that aren't familiar with Suppression that much, it's if you don't hit someone with your bullet, but it gets close enough to them that it whizzes by, it actually increases the cone of fire in which their bullets will land when they shoot their weapon. Now, this is not accuracy. This is the dispersion or cone of fire that the bullets will land in based on probabilities. And so, even if I can't hit him, I'm still reducing the amount of chance that he has to hit me or my allies. And so throwing that mag at him and dumping it's okay. Now their enemy APC is at A. They moved real fast from C to A, and trying to take it out, fighting real close. I make a few mistakes here. I didn't go for the ATGM at first, and that wasn't good. But luckily, I'm able to jump out, get a small shot, kill the Squirrel Nuts, who was the repair guy, and I only have 10 health, so I'm sort of just playing on the periphery here, trying to make sure we don't have any issues. And so, oh, there's a guy, and I can't get it. I had 10 health. It only takes 1 shot to kill me. So unless I had a headshot there, it wouldn't have been good. But at least I still tried, because even if I only did 20 damage to him, that's better than nothing. So we're actually at a disadvantage here. The tickets are even. It's 208 to 208, but they have 2 of the cap points, and we only have 1. And worse yet, we only have B. And the problem with B is they can hit us from both sides. And so we may be holding an alley and we're trying real hard and getting a lot of kills. It only takes 1 guy to flank us. And once that flank happens, it's over. It's real tough. Now, luckily, Wintergore in this has flanked around a C point, and so now we're at C trying to cap it. And so But at the same time, A's being contested, B's being contested, and so it's a bit of a mix of what's going to happen here. And so we got C. A and B are gray. It looks like we're getting A a bit. I'm going to rush up on B real fast. Now, in a public server, this would be suicide because so many guys there. But there's only going to be 2 or 3 guys at B. And so I see there's a guy in that little alley. I throw a grenade, and I get a kill. Now, why do you want to throw a grenade right after you engage someone? You do it because when that grenade gets thrown, it forces that enemy opponent to make a decision. And that decision is, do I want to try to get to the farthest corner of that little room and take a little bit of grenade damage, which means that when that damage occurs, the person who threw the grenade will get a hit indicator saying that the grenade hurt someone? Or alternatively, do I, as that enemy opponent, run across that B section because I want to avoid that grenade damage? Well, if I do that, I'm effectively being flushed out. And as the grenade thrower, I know that. Now you'll notice that after I throw the grenade, I don't wait for him. And I don't wait for him in that instance because I know I have 2 other guys at B who are also already looking. And so I'm relying on my teammates to finish the job if, in this case, Rival X Factor were to jump across the B cap area. And so forcing your opponent to make those kinds of bad choice versus worse choice is sort of where good tactics come into play in Battlefield. You want to force your opponent into those choices, which no matter what give you an advantage. That's part of developing good tactics and good strategy in Battlefield. Now, I spawn in, we're doing APC versus APC battle. I believe Fhlorpe or Epwna is in the APC at this point, and I get a bit careless. My timing gets a bit off, and I don't grab that APC fast enough because I'm fighting on B, and so I tell them to grab it, and so we're repairing it a bit. I want to, again, try to get shots off. And so I get one shot off, I get under this van because it provides me a little bit of cover, and from the enemy APC's perspective, they want to throw damage at our APC and not at me because their APC is going to do more damage to them than anything else. And I still pop my head up. They eventually get a shot on me. Now, why is that? He's running the armor-piercing shells. Now, armor-piercing shells do give a huge advantage over guided missiles in one big respect. These AP shells can do damage to enemy infantry, and so even after you utilize your primary gun, you can switch to those AP shells and still kill infantry with it. ATGM missile and guided missile, no, you can't easily kill people with it. Now, last round I did kill one guy with it, but it's a fluke. It doesn't happen often. So, unfortunately, we lost that APC battle. And so that enemy APC is now going to push up on A, and I'm going to go engineer, try to take it out. And I do this by sort of waiting to see, oh, his rear is going to be exposed. I'm going to hit a rear on it. I don't know if that shot actually hit or not. I didn't get a hit indicator. It is not on fire, and if I got a rear shot on him, he probably would be on fire, so I probably missed. Or alternatively, he's running reactive armor, and the reactive armor finally got triggered. So we're down in a good position right now. It's 175 to 146, and so we are up by 30 tickets. But again, we only have 1 point, and worse yet, that 1 point B is being contested as I say this. So we're going to fight that vehicle again. I shoot the ATGM first, go primary. I get 2 volleys. I shoot another missile at it, and then just to top it off, I get back in and I shoot that last RPG because I want to make sure that it died. And sure enough, it did. And so I didn't get a kill on it. Someone else did. Well, but there's the squirrel nuts hiding in that one little area. Always be looking around your 360. And so able to kill him, grab A again, but we have no points right now. Now, remember, only 15 seconds ago, I said that we had a 30 ticket advantage, and now we look at the tickets now, and we have less than a 10 ticket advantage. That's the power of the bleed rate in Conquest. When you have a majority of those points, or worse yet, a majority of the points and the 3rd point or 4th point are grayed out, it means that the bleed just accelerates more and more. And so once we get A, I get all my repair team with me and my APC, and I get to see as fast as I can. I get there as fast as I can because we have to gray out something. Every few seconds that we delay is another few tickets that we lose because we don't have the bleed. So now we're at a point where we have C gray, enemy has B, and they have A point, or we have A point, which means that it's actually, there's no bleed right now. It's neutral, or it's at parity. But we're going to try to get C. I get some neat kills here and there. I am looking all the way around. This is because on C point, there's so many different areas that the enemy can come from their base. And so they come from my left, my right. I'm looking at all the major areas where they could come in. Up, and then I see the enemy APCs back up. I try to turn around and directly engage it. Now, you may say, oh, that's a bit aggressive. And clearly when I die, again to Matimo, which to me, again, Matimo's part of that B, that squad that's pushing on that B on the enemy team, and so he reverted back to an AT role, which means that they're going to have less guys on B. When I go down, it looks like I made a stupid move, but look at it from the perspective of angles. So I had my front pointed towards that, perpendicularly to that street, whereas the enemy APC was parallel to that street. So when I engage that enemy APC, all my rounds are going to hit on its side at a 90-degree angle, no less, which is great because it means I do a whole lot more damage than it's going to do to me. Now, I didn't realize that Matimo was next to me and got a good side shot, or worse yet, a rear shot, and took me down so much. But understanding the angles of where you're going to engage that enemy APC and tank versus tank battles generally is very important to remember. So we're still battling over C, we get that enemy APC down, and we are just going to try to gray it out, and we do. 122 to 107, so we're up by 15, 18 tickets. And we have majority of the points, which is great, and we're graying out B, or trying to. But it looks like they're going to cab back. Now, I just right there, when you're watching this, I had shot my SMA directly into the B point. Why? I don't know if there's a guy there, but it doesn't matter if I know there's a guy there. I have a lot of rockets. I have 6, 7 rockets. I can use one and try to get a blind kill and shoot while shooting into an area which I know is going to have guys in it or may have guys in it. Anyway, respawn in. I told Epwna to grab the R APC and bring it all the way to C as fast as she could, and sure enough, she does. So I'm going to get out and try to take out those enemy AT guys as they're engaged here. So I get one. That's good. And again, I am just trying to do this. I'm going to go all the way up these stairs. I know there's a guy behind me, so I'm going to get around here and hide and wait for him. I'm going to wait, and there he is. He didn't check the staircase as he was going up, and allowed me to very easily kill him, despite the fact that I had less than 10% health. Less than 10% health. I got the jump on him, I was able to kill him, and we're able to hold that C point, or at least contest it a bit more. But as you'll notice, I only got 8 health. I don't have much. And sure enough, I go down, just takes one hit. Nick Bunyan gets me.
Hey, are we going to get B back in this interim?
So we're now at a point where we're going to lose C. We're up by 10 tickets, but we got B. That's great. Wintergore has taken the R Humvee into B point, which is a tactic that you can do when you have limited amount of people on the map during the match. And it's not that bad of a tactic. The Humvee has armor and is immune to most infantry rifle fire. It's not immune to RPGs, but is the enemy team going to be running that many RPGs at B point? Probably not. They're going to want to go assault because assault allows them a more effective rifle, allow them to engage at all ranges. It allows them a med pack, which means that they can heal each other, and allows them a defibrillator, which means they can revive. There aren't going to be vehicles, usually, within the B point. But you can be clever sometimes and bring vehicles in there, and it can be a huge game changer because they don't, unless absent throwing a grenade at it, which doesn't do that much damage to it, but does some, it's viable. So enemy APC's there, opponent's still in our APC, they're fighting back and forth. Fhlorpe and I get super aggressive. We get as close to that APC as possible, and we fire our rockets, and then we reload and run close to that APC and keep on doing that. We want to reduce the amount of distance there is to that enemy APC. And while we are clearly putting ourselves at greater risk, at the same time, we are increasing our chances of hitting that APC, because the longer distance that you get when you are fighting that APC as an anti-tank guy, the more chances that enemy APC has to maneuver away from your rockets. Rockets are very slow when you fire them, and from an APC's perspective, if you know they're coming, you can very quickly maneuver out of there. Now this isn't nearly the case with tanks, because tanks aren't as fast or agile as APCs, but it also applies to them as well. So we have C. We have 79 tickets versus 58 tickets, so we're up by almost 20. But like a few minutes ago, we only have 1 point. We got to grab some points quickly. Oh man, this is getting close. And so we're going to rub out on B and just try to kill some guys. I see a guy, I get killed, but I get revived. That's great. But so we're back up and I get killed again.
Oh no.
And that's sort of the back and forth that you see on B when you push on that B point. Especially if you're a defender. If you're the enemy team right now, it's super easy to stop these pushes because you have so many places you can spawn in, and you know they're only going to be coming from one side, and so you can just put all your fire and all your grenades into that one area and take them out pretty quickly. So in this 15-20 seconds that I took to describe the B infantry loadout, we lost nearly 20 tickets. It's even now. And that's because, one, the bleed was on us. Two, we lost a lot of guys trying to push B. And every guy that we lose is another ticket that we lose. And so we're actually losing now, but we're getting A. And that's good. We have C right now, and so there's no bleed at the moment. And I was able to clear out their A push pretty easily, and I have Epwna and Fhlorpe with me. And again, I want them to get in with me. In this case, it's only Fhlorpe and I, and we're going to go as fast as we can to C. Now I'm going the highway route, which is a bit more dangerous, but that's okay. Now again, remember I talked about angles. So when we push this up, there's going to be an enemy APC. But look at the angles. He's perpendicular to me. I get a rocket into him, and I get my primary shells into him, and he goes down so quickly. And that's because I had a 9-degree side shot on him. It does a whole lot more damage, and I had enough distance in me that I was able to fire that rocket, fire my primary shells. The primary shells will hit the reactive armor first, and disabling that reactive armor, and then that guided missile will hit next. Now, daskro plays real smart on here. He's on the stairwell between second and third floor of the C point, and he just fires rockets at me constantly, and I don't have the angle to hit him. My gun doesn't have that elevation to go up and hit him, and so I actually go down pretty easily as he consistently hits me in my rear. And so now I'm going to spawn back in. I'm going, looks like going medic, and I'm going to do some firing. I'm throwing some more grenades. Oh, there's a guy, and I don't get a kill, but oh, I got 4 health. I'm really hurting. Oh, this is not good. Throwing some med packs down. Now taking more damage. Wow, I got down to almost 1 health there, but didn't die. Maneuvering my way out of it and getting repairs or getting healed again. But even after all this battle, even though that we have 2 of the 3 points, we're actually down. We're down by nearly 15 tickets. It's because all this battle that we took to win these points back was a huge toll in terms of losing tickets from dying. And so we have a little advantage here right now, and our APC is up, which is always good. So I'm in the APC again, and so we're still down by 15-20 tickets. They tried to push A, but we got it. But their APC is all the way at that far side of that road. and he's fighting me back and forth. But we have three engineers and me here, and so I throw some shells at it. I kill the repair guy. That's good, but I'm still taking damage as well, and I'm disabled, so I can't maneuver that fast, which is why I'm asking my guys to repair me. But during this course of battle, we've actually narrowed that ticket difference down to the point where we're actually winning. It's 15-13 now, and we have the bleed on them. And every guy that they die is one more ticket that they lose. And so we're actually doing quite well. We kill that enemy APC, and wow, it's 14-10, 14-9, 14-7. Oh man, see, when 14-6, when you lose guys, it hits your tickets fast, and then the bleed's happening as well, and so it goes down, and we are done. We win the game, and that's the end of the round. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun playing this match, and we'll be doing some more videos here and there, and we'll have the second match of the series on Cien Crossing next week. So thanks for tuning in, and I'd love to hear some of your comments on what you guys think, what you guys like and don't like about this commentary. So again, thanks for watching, and have a good one.